Hi guys, my name is Martin Curry from Belief Media. This is my business partner, Domenico. Hello.
Hello.
The reason you have been redirected to this video specifically is because you have provided us with a phone number you'd like us to call you. Thank you for that. We will be in touch shortly, hopefully by the time this video terminates. Now, it's part of what we call a conditional redirect. If you've watched some of our previous videos or you're aware of our underlying philosophy, you'll understand that we encourage subscription forms and lead magnets anywhere and everywhere. We encourage conversion opportunities everywhere. No source of lead generation should be ignored, and your marketing experience is centered on your website. So every single page on your website provides some sort of conversion opportunity. Therefore, every single page on your website is a type of landing page, and therefore every single page on your website needs to provide some sort of conversion opportunity. With that conversion opportunity comes a form. A form is a conduit between you and our marketing experience, which you've just likely engaged with. When you filled out that form, there would have been a number of options. First, would have asked for name and email. That's almost a certainty. It may have asked for, obviously, there was a phone number option because you have been redirected to the phone number video, but it may have also asked if you would like a calendar appointment, and it would have provided an option there in some way, normally via a drop-down menu, to pick a time and a date that gets synced through to our calendar and so on. So there are three types of interactions that can take place. Well, four if you include a bounce, but three types of primary interactions. That is email subscriber, just a basic name email subscriber. Second one is a phone appointment, which is what you have subscribed to. And the third option is a full calendar booking. On the basis of that interaction, we can redirect the subscriber to an appropriate page.
Which is important because, at least like you're hearing here, the second page and the video and the content is appropriate for the actions that were taken, which makes it more personalized, and you've acknowledged what action they've taken, and you can direct the information to be really specific to that event.
The second page is God's gift to marketers. The entire marketing experience is predicated upon what we call an escalation of commitment. That is driving people deeper into our marketing journey and course correcting them in various ways, but we also always want to provide relevance without exception. And that starts with this video. In a marketing sense, what we've just described translates really well into the marketing arena. That is, if somebody makes a booking or phone appointment or whatever else, we're able to communicate our message to them directly. And we escalate them appropriately, obviously based on that interaction that takes place. So in the mortgage environment, for the phone subscriber and calendar booking, I do like mortgage brokers to talk about an expectation. What are we going to talk about in that phone call? Because the phone call itself can be quite intrusive. Certainly the consumer expects to have to surrender some kind of information. The first questions that brokers really have to ask is, how much do you earn? What are you looking at purchasing? How much deposit do you have? What's your savings capacity? What's your borrowing, your expenses, and all those sorts of things. To the end consumer, in some cases, that information can be a little bit rattling. So we have to escalate people, maybe prepare them in some way for the type of discussion that will take place. And this video goes a long way into achieving that. It sets an expectation. It doesn't mean that you don't apply appropriate care during that phone call, but it does set that early expectation along with some of our marketing material so we can...
Sorry.
No, you're right.
And it can provide, it can actually save time too. If you've got a first-time buyer coming through for their first mortgage, they have no idea what to expect. And if you word it correctly and you talk about what you're going to be discussing during that first phone call, they might even have some data ready. They might actually have some figures. They might have grabbed some pay slips or something. So at least when they talk to you, they have the information ready to pass on to you, which can save time.
In terms of the calendar booking, and quite often with the phone booking as well, because the two are very closely connected. The only difference being is there's a defined time with the calendar booking where the conversation will take place. But certainly with the calendar booking, it normally is at a point further in the future. So it does give them a couple of days to prepare, in which case the email sequence, those emails you send people, will be entirely relevant and geared towards that conversation first and foremost. But we can send them a link to what's called a Venus report, which is a self-qualifying tool. We never, ever, ever qualify a client in the marketing funnel. The marketing funnel is not a means of you qualifying the client by those ridiculous, the 4-point questions to how much do you make, all that sort of. It's entirely irrelevant. Brokers don't need that information in order to talk to someone, and they should reduce all the barriers around that. And sometimes we see that on landing pages. Sometimes as part of the subscription experience, people say, how much do you make? And
even worse, it's not just the question. You can't even go on to the next point of subscribing or even taking action if you don't fill it in, because it puts it as a compulsory field. So you've blocked them there and there on the spot.
In Hello World, that's our first podcast, I described it as asking for dalliance on a first date. It is a dating experience. You have to court your potential client. So the entire experience, the entire marketing experience, we apply the escalation of commitment, but that is there to support the client qualifying you. And as part of that, we have this Venus report, which is a set of questions that they can answer. And based on those answers, a personalized PDF report will be sent to them. And again, it does further prepare them for the conversation that might take place. Certainly you get that information. If you're into this whole qualification thing, then certainly you're suitably prepared or aptly prepared to talk to them. You might know if they've had some defaults or how much they're looking at borrowing and so on. So you're in a position to prepare yourself for the conversation. But the client will have this information in advance. Certainly if there are issues around the LVR or government grants and so on, it feeds that information to them and once again just prepares them for the experience. Now, we are going to subscribe you to an email program, right? It is not spam, right? We will send you videos that will guide you through various strategies that you can employ into your business right now and get actionable results. You don't need us necessarily for all the information we provide you. Some of the obviously strategies and techniques and whatnot rely on our software, but a lot of the time, in fact, most of the time, you're able to employ our ideas and ideals into your business almost immediately. We're going to send you some links to some PDF documents which explain various concepts, including search engine optimization booklets, 250 pages. We're going to show you how some of our entry-level brokers have improved upon their website organic presence and are now getting 25 to 30 inquiries a week. A lot of people are paying for that. We will send you details on our very high-yield Facebook advertising program, for example, and it's the highest yield Facebook advertising program in the industry, without exception. It routinely returns 3 to 5 times more volume than any competing program based on the same budget. Return on investment and conversion rate optimization underpin kind of all our marketing efforts.
Yeah, we measure it very carefully. We don't just do the marketing and say, look, this is what it looks like. So we can measure it. We can give you the graphs, statistics where you can actually see yourself the impacts of the marketing. That's
all part of our digital marketing and social media suite, our software Yabba product, and we will provide you with some information on that as well. So please, with that email sequence, we do provide you with some free tools, website plugins and things like that as well, because we are looking to demonstrate what a marketing funnel should look like. In fact, throughout the videos that you will see throughout the marketing funnel experience, we talk about the fact that this is the third video you're getting in the sequence, the fourth video you're getting in the sequence. And we kind of position those videos in such a way that it makes logical sense.
And it invites you to try a few things out. We've got things called triggers, click web pages that change to people's interest, and we invite you to actually experience and try that out.
If you're interested in more information, 1300 235 433. Hopefully we've called you by now, but certainly if you do need anything, even if you want to call us straight away, 1300 235 433, that's 1300 Belief. And there are a number of resources on our website at www.beliefmedia.com.au. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.